Hello, friends. We are going to be seated down on the floor. So if you've got your mat, hop on it, or a comfy spot on the floor. We're going to do an awesome, beloved stretch for the hamstrings, and then we're going to add a little bit for the T-spine as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is going to be our seated fold. So this one can be a little challenging if we have super tight hamstrings, which I am in the super tight hamstring club. So there's a lot of modification and there's a lot of room for growth with this stretch. This is another one that by no means do you need to be making a certain shape right away or years later. Like, just let this meet you where you are and make it work for your body. So what we're going to do is we're going to start it with our knees really bent, and that is especially useful if we have tight hamstrings, or maybe we just want to really be able to feel this stretch in our lower back. If you have a different anatomy, or you are very flexible in your hamstrings and you're like, I don't feel anything, then I want you to straighten your legs. The more you straighten your legs as we go into this, the more you're going to feel that challenge, that stretch in your hamstrings. So, little something for everybody. Make this work for you. Now we're going to start feet flat on the floor, knees are bent. You adjust how much you want to bend your knees. Let's take a second and breathe deeply. Big breath in. Let it out through the mouth. One more time, maybe roll the shoulders back and down as you inhale, and then exhale. We're gonna reach arms up overhead, look up, get a little bit taller. So we're not just like, we're really actively reaching our arms up. Big breath in. As you exhale, think up and over as we reach forward for our feet. So depending on where our legs are, like if we really have our knees bent, or if we just want to like take this one a little easier, if you're having any kind of tummy issues, crampy issues, you might really want to bend your knees so that your belly is resting on the tops of your thighs. That can be super restorative and wonderful. Or if we just want to take a lesser bend in the legs, we're still going to do that, reaching up and over. And then we're going to bring nose towards knees as we let everything relax in this fold. Breathe, breathe, breathe to all those tight spots that you're feeling. Bend those knees more if you need to. Straighten your legs if you need to. If you need more of a challenge, maybe we bring our legs. We don't want to lock our knees out if we are straightening in our legs. So a slight micro bend, but you can flex those feet. So toes are pointed towards you. And maybe if you're here in your range of motion and your flexibility, you can reach forward, hold on to the bottoms of your feet. Maybe we get there in time after a few deep breaths. If you can't hold on to your feet in any of these positions, you can hold on to your ankles, you can hold on to your shins, wherever your hands land. Breathe deeply. That is the key. That's the secret sauce, is that deep breath, getting oxygen to those tight muscles. Good. Now, wherever you're at, we're going to incorporate a little bit of a reach here. So holding on to right foot or right ankle, wherever we are, you're going to go ahead and take your left hand up towards the sky. Now, depending on your range of motion in your spine, it might be here. We might be like a quarter of the way up. Wherever you can comfortably reach, and let your eyes follow. So if it's quarter of a way, your eyes are going to follow, follow, follow. If it's all the way up, amazing. Maybe you straighten that left leg. Breathe deeply. Exhale, bring that left hand back behind your lower back to kind of hook around, touching your right hip. Give a little bit of a bind here. Maybe we're straightening both legs at this point. Maybe our knees are still bent. Wherever you're at, we're opening up, and sorry, that was my microphone. We're opening up in our, I never have spatial awareness. We're opening up in our left shoulder, looking up slightly. So just maintaining this beautiful line through spine and neck. One more big breath in. Exhale, release it all, holding on to left foot, left ankle, left shin, wherever. And then repeating on the right side, sweeping that right arm up, letting your eyes follow again, just as far as you're able to. Really straighten right leg. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And maybe we come into this bind. Little challenge here, opening up in the right shoulder. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. We're going to come back into our beautiful fold. On your next exhale, slow, slow, slow. I want you to straighten the legs if you can. Slow, slow, slow. Start to roll up through the spine as slow as you possibly can, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Finally, rolling shoulders back and down. Now we're going to keep our feet where they're at. So they're about hip width apart. They're not super close together. They've got some space between them. Feet are flexed. Toes are pointing towards us. Okay. Hands resting on thighs. I want you to really focus on posture. This is tricky. So we're probably tempted to get that little rounding through the spine. This is a lot of work. See if you can roll shoulders back and down. Sit up nice and tall. You can bring your hands down to your side for support here, or you can rest them on the tops of your thighs. Pulling shoulders down, looking straight ahead. Maybe your legs are shaking. This can be a lot of work, especially if we're not used to this particular challenge here. Big breath in, big breath out. Amazing job. Now bring your hands to your side if you haven't yet. And actually, let's bring them back behind us a little bit. Fingers are facing behind us. We're resting on our palms, but we're still open through the chest and shoulders. So we're not doing one of these. We're nice and open. Bring your feet flat to the floor. We're gonna do a couple of windshield wipers. So drop your knees to the left and drop them to the right. I'll just go back and forth a couple of times to close out our time together today. One more time over to the left. And then back through the right. Amazing, amazing job. Come up to a comfy seat. Let's take one more big breath in together. Exhale it out. Amazing job as always. I am so proud of you. Take good care, you guys. We'll be back here tomorrow.